Shall we begin? Let's begin now.
So everybody, hey, I'm going to show you how to use the Instant Pot to make shredded taco seasoned beef, the stuff that you actually use for tacos and other items, like baked potato, french fries, or whatever you want. So it's pretty simple. You will need an Instant Pot, and you can make this in the oven. It'll take you hours. Instant Pot's awesome. It only takes you less than an hour, or something like that. So let's get started. Alright, what you'll need is some kind of seasoning pack. You can make your own, but this is 59 cents or less than $1, unless you already have the seasonings in the house to make it. Now these steaks were frozen. When you freeze steak, the juice will, like the juice, blood, whatever will come out of it, which I got a paper towel to soak it up because you don't want that in there. These were thawed out, and then I think these are top, I think it's top round eye steak or something. That's the steak that I use. I like, because it does have a little bit of fat marbling. You can see. I know it's not exactly pinkish red because it's been frozen, but you use what you got to use. So take scissors. Here's a bar sink here that I'm gonna drain some of the juice off the steak. Not on camera. I will rinse off the scissors carefully with soap and hot water. I'm just draining the steak, that's all I'm doing, letting it sit. I'm not squeezing it or anything. I'll let the paper towel soak up the rest of it. The only downside of freezing steaks on the vacuum sealer like this, it does contain like a lot of liquid off the steak, and it doesn't make the steak look appetizing, but it's still good. It's still edible. Still smells like steak. Wash my hand off for a second. And basically, what I'm gonna do is, my counter's clean anyway, but I'm gonna roll the steak up. Like basically let it pat dry. And while that's soaking up some of the juices, I'm gonna open up my taco seasoning. Basically what you're going to do is follow the directions on the seasoning pack. They want you to use at least 1 pound of beef. I already measured this out. I only have I think it's like 12 ounces of steak, but it's only about 4 ounces shy. So I probably won't use all of this, but I'll use enough to season it. I guess I can turn this way, that way you can see. Oh, it's not opposite for you guys. So it's already on. Okay, in the Instant Pot, I'm going to use 1 tablespoon of salted or unsalted, and I got olive oil. And yeah, it is extra virgin. I know you're not really supposed to technically cook with it, but I do. I don't mind. And probably no more than 2 tablespoons of olive oil. I'm gonna hit the saute. Hit it again because I want it on high, because I want to somewhat brown the steak a little bit to give it flavor. So I want that heat up. Also, I'm gonna add the tablespoon of butter. And roughly a tablespoon of butter for flavor, because the steak it's almost like a lean steak. Now you can use whatever steak you want, as long as it's a pound. Only steak that I don't really recommend is like a ribeye or T-bone. Ribeye is too fatty. T-bone has the bone in it. Plus, I think porterhouse and T-bone wouldn't work. Same cut of T-bone and porterhouse is the same. Just doesn't have the tenderloin on the one side. And I don't think tenderloin would be good for tacos either. You don't want to overcook tenderloin. It's taking forever to warm up. Speed the process up with the butter. Alright, I'll be back when the butter melts and this is heated up, because it will take a while. Also, I'm going to remove the lid because it's in my way. My Instant Pot's still heating up because it's not done yet. I'll take the steak, and yeah, you can leave it whole. I already tried it, because I already like made some, which turned out awesome. That's why I'm making this video for you guys. So take freshly dried off steak, and I'm gonna cut it up into little chunks so I can like fry up the pieces. That in the kitchen sink there, chef knife, and I'm just gonna cut it in cubes, like 1-inch pieces. More surface area, more of the seasoning can get into the meat. And it doesn't matter if you don't cut all the way or whatever. But I see this part here is like the fat part. But I'll leave that on. It doesn't matter to me. And cut in chunks. And I know I'm probably using my plastic chopping block, but don't need to dirty a bunch of dishes. And same thing with the other one. Slice it. Like I said, you can make this in the oven or a slow cooker. It'll just take you a lot longer. That's why I like the Instapot. Because, like I said, it's Insta. And not Instagram either. You can make all kinds of stuff, which I'm going to make for the channel. Now, the Instapot, there's just like smoke coming from it, so it should be ready. I need a spoon. Alright, now we can tell butter and olive oil. Has a nice toasted color to it. So, add the beef, and hopefully it doesn't mess my camera up. Let me clean the lens. Alright, I'll be back to show you when this is done, because it's going to take a little bit to get nice and brown. Alright, the beef is done. I'm going to turn off the saute, because it's going to continue to somewhat cook anyway. It's nice and brown. Nice color to it. Plus, I don't want the beef to overcook, to get burnt or anything. The caramelized beef in here. Also, I want that to cool off. Hope you can hear me over the pan. And it's time for your taco seasoning. If you got a pound, use the whole pack. I got less than 12 ounces, so I'm going to have to adjust the seasoning as I go. And then obviously, more meat, the more seasoning you need. So keep that in mind. So I'm just going to sprinkle this in here. I still want to cook the potato starch that's in it. And it does help cook the seasoning a little bit, makes it taste better. Like I said, I don't need all of this. I can always save that for another dish. It requires it. Oh, it smells good already. Actually cools it down a lot too. Alright, I got a cup and 1/3 of water. You can use beef stock if you want. So I'm just going to add this slowly because it will steam up and splatter. Hopefully this is enough water to do the pressurizing of the cooking. Because there's no liquid in there, it won't pressurize at all. And you don't want too much water in here. Because if you do add too much water, what will happen is you'll have to let this sit and like simmer off for a couple hours to get rid of the water. So make sure this is mixed and get the seasoning off the spoon too. Should be enough water. So I'm just gonna spread this out. Hope you guys can see it. Alright, it's time to lock and load. The lid on. I don't know if it's on camera or not, but it's gonna do the pressurize, so make sure the valve is closed on the back. And actually, hey, you guys can't see it anyway. I already told you that the valve's closed. Alright, I'm gonna have to go on the other side because I can't see it once again. Alright, I know it's kind of a bad angle, but let's see, it's cancel. I want pressure cook. And I'm gonna put this pound of beef is I usually for like an hour, especially if it's a really Now this goes up to an hour, but 60 minutes. It's on high pressure. I don't want to keep warm on, so I'm turning that feature off because I want it to slowly depressurize on its own. I'll be back to show you when this is done in an hour. And I want to take you guys about 3 seconds. Alright, it's done. It's already off now. Don't use your hands to depressurize this because this is like hot. And then I'm not going to do it right away because it will be loud. But do be careful. Don't burn yourself while doing this. Just let it depressurize all the way, and then until the pin drops, and then I'll be back to show you what it looks like inside. Yeah, nice whistle. Let's let some extra out. Pin dropped. Now it's safe to open. And be careful. There's still going to be steam coming out, and there's going to be water on the lid. So slowly tilt it. And there's still water in there, which is good. And there's a spot for the lid to go there. There's not too much water really. A little bit more than I would like. It looks like. And I will put this on simmer to cook some of the water off. Shouldn't hurt the beef, and I will get I will get a potato smasher, or something to break up the beef. It should be nice and tender enough where it just falls apart. And I'm just going to saute and put it in the middle setting, and then I'll let that simmer and reduce the liquid, and then it should just fall apart, which it does. Nice and tender. I guess I'll be back to show you after it's been cooked off, whatever. That way I actually show you what it's supposed to look like when it's done, besides showing you leftovers that I made yesterday. Most of the water is evaporated now, so now you got to pay attention and make sure you're not going to burn it. So just keep stirring this until almost all the water is gone. What's going to be left is the butter and oil and fat from the steak. And you don't want to cook this too long either, because you don't want to dry it out. So I'm going to turn it off now. Off. It's still going to cook for a little bit. Don't just dry out too much because it will hold heat. I'm probably going to add all the stuff that I made yesterday into here, whatever, to warm it up so I can make tacos for another video. So that's pretty much it. Just let the water evaporate and you're done. And we'll make tacos out of this, nachos, burritos, Frito pie, whatever you want to make. Chili pizza, or taco pizza, whatever you could use this for a topping. Put pasta, you can put it on top of salad after it's been cooled off a little bit. It's endless. Also, you can probably take this and make enchiladas out of it if you wanted to. Because it's not going to have an actual taco seasoning flavor to it. It's a little bit different because the beef is really strong. It's almost like a roast beef, almost like a really strong beef flavor to it. But it tastes good though. As I turn it off, it's about done. Alright, got some oven mitts because the Instant Pot is hot. So I'll take this out of here so it can cool off. If we leave this in there, it will overcook it. It'll stay hot for a long time. So I pull this container out. And I'm lucky I got granite countertops, and just set it down, let it cool off. And it's pretty much ready to eat. Make sure I don't spill it. Not really. Can't really see it. I don't know. Don't really have a thumbnail. I don't know how I'm going to do a thumbnail. Alright, let's give this taco meat a try. See how actually good it is. It's nice and tender. So cheers everybody, hope it's not too hot. The meat is nice and tender, has plenty of flavor. And you got the beef flavor plus the taco seasoning. Definitely go well on tacos. or any other item that you would want to put taco meat on. You know, burritos, fries, baked potatoes, casseroles, you name it, you can make it. I'm going to put the taco meat in the refrigerator so it'll marinate overnight. Let the juices go back into the meat, which makes it more tender. If you enjoyed this how-to to make taco seasoned beef, leave a thumbs up, leave a comment below. If you want more cooking videos, hit the subscribe button. Thanks for watching and peace out.